Have you ever stepped into a home and within seconds you felt calm, safe, almost like the walls themselves were giving you a hug? It wasn't just clean floors or shiny counters. No, what you noticed first was the air, a scent that whispered peace, warmth, and comfort. At the Senior Nest, we believe a home should do more than look tidy, it should feel alive. And older women who have cared for homes for decades, know the secrets better than anyone. Today, I'm not just giving you 10 cleaning tips. I'm sharing the wisdom that has turned ordinary houses into havens for generations. And I'll let you in on this: one of these secrets is so powerful that I've seen entire rooms transformed in minutes without scrubbing a single thing. So stay with me, because what you're about to hear isn't just about cleaning. It's about creating a home that smells like love and feels like you. Secret 1, let the fresh air in. When we talk about keeping a home truly fresh, many people think about sprays, perfumes, or machines, but nothing, absolutely nothing, compares to fresh air. Opening a window, even for just 5 minutes, does more than bring oxygen into the room. It clears away the heaviness, the mix of yesterday's cooking, cleaning products, and quiet hours. Fresh air is a reset button for your house and for you. I once spoke with Mrs. Johnson, a retired teacher. She said, "Every morning I open my windows just a crack. It's my way of letting yesterday go and welcoming today." That stayed with me, because she wasn't just talking about air, she was talking about life. Fresh air teaches us presence. When you breathe in that crisp morning breeze, you are reminding yourself, today begins now. Some people tell me, but it's too cold or too hot. And I always smile, because yes, for a moment, you may feel the chill or the warmth, but in that moment you are alive. Put on a sweater or turn on a fan if you need to, but don't deny yourself the gift of real air. Make this a ritual. Crack the bedroom window while making the bed. Open the kitchen window while wiping the counters. These tiny acts say something powerful. This home is cared for. This home is loved. And more importantly, they remind you that you too deserve renewal. Just as your home is refreshed, so is your heart. So remember this: letting in fresh air is not about comfort, it's about clarity, cleansing, and beginning again. Secret 2, vinegar, the old friend. When people think of keeping a home fresh, vinegar is rarely the first thing that comes to mind. It doesn't look glamorous, it doesn't come in a shiny bottle with promises of spring meadows, but older women have known for generations, vinegar is a quiet miracle worker. At the Senior Nest, we see it this way: vinegar is not just a cleaner, it's a symbol of wisdom. Simple, natural, safe, and affordable. A reminder that sometimes the best solutions are the ones passed down, not bought new. I once helped Mr. Harris, a widower in his 70s who was frustrated by a lingering smell in his kitchen. No candle, no spray seemed to help, so I told him, put out a small bowl of vinegar overnight. He was skeptical, won't it just smell like pickles? But by morning the heaviness was gone. The vinegar had absorbed what nothing else could. He later laughed, telling me his kitchen felt as if it had taken a deep breath. That's the beauty of vinegar. Mixed with water in a simple spray bottle, it can clean counters, sinks, even the inside of a microwave. It doesn't mask odors, it removes them, and the sharp scent fades within minutes, taking the bad smells with it. The benefit is more than a fresh home, it's peace of mind. No harsh chemicals, no mystery ingredients. Just an old friend that cares for your house the way a grandmother once did, quietly, effectively, without fuss. So keep a bottle handy, use it with confidence. Vinegar may not smell like flowers, but it leaves behind something far more valuable: the honest, comforting scent of a home truly cared for. Secret 3, wash what you forget. When we think of cleaning, most of us go straight to the obvious: the floors, the counters, the dishes, the bathroom, and those matter, of course. But here's something older women have always understood: smells love to hide where you least expect them. And more often than not, they hide in fabrics. Curtains, cushions, throw blankets, couch covers, they sit quietly, soaking up everything in the air. Day after day, they collect the scent of cooking, pets, even closed windows. The funny thing is, they rarely look dirty, so we forget them, but your nose never forgets. I remember visiting Mrs. Miller, a neighbor in her late 60s. One afternoon she told me my living room feels tired even after I scrub everything. Together, we took down her curtains and washed them, along with the pillow covers. When she put them back, she stood still for a moment and whispered, "It feels like a new house." Sometimes freshness doesn't come from adding something, it comes from finally refreshing what's been holding on too long. The health benefit is real too. Fabrics trap dust, allergens, and bacteria that can affect the air you breathe. Giving them a seasonal wash isn't just about smell, it's about clearing the invisible weight from your home and your lungs. Here at the Senior Nest, we encourage you to make it a gentle routine. Once a season, take a day to refresh those forgotten fabrics. Wash what you can, air out what you can't, or bring delicate items to the cleaners. It's a little extra effort, but the reward is remarkable, a whole room that suddenly feels lighter, younger, more welcoming. So remember this, freshness doesn't always come from what you add. Often it comes from what you finally let go. Wash what you forget, and you'll discover a home that feels renewed from the inside out. Secret 4. Wash the can, not just the trash. Most people believe that taking out the trash is enough. You tie the bag, toss it outside, and think the job is done. But here's the truth older women have always known: the smell rarely comes from the trash itself. It lingers in the can. Think about it, tiny leaks from coffee grounds, spoiled fruit, or a cracked eggshell find their way to the bottom. They sit there quietly, invisible but stubbornly present, and before long your kitchen carries that faint sour smell that no amount of surface cleaning can hide. I remember visiting Mr. Thompson, a retired postman. He kept saying, "My kitchen never feels fresh even when it looks spotless." Together, we tipped his trash can, scrubbed it with warm water, a little dish soap, and vinegar. The difference was immediate. He laughed and said, "I can't believe I ignored this for years. It feels like I just opened a window inside the kitchen." Washing the trash can once a week might feel small, but the impact is powerful. It's not just about removing odor, it's about removing the source of odor. That's the kind of care that gives a home lasting freshness. And here's the hidden gift. When you clean the can, you're not just maintaining hygiene, you're sending yourself a message. A message that even the most overlooked corners of your home deserve attention. It's a gentle act of love, quiet but meaningful. At the Senior Nest, we encourage you to see this as more than a chore. Take those 5 minutes, scrub the can, let it dry in the sun if you can, slip in a fresh bag and breathe in the difference. Your kitchen will thank you immediately. So don't just take out the trash, wash the can, because true freshness isn't about appearances. It's about care that goes beneath the surface. Secret 5. Simmer something from the heart. There's a reason why some homes feel instantly welcoming the moment you step inside. It's not the furniture, not even the decor, it's the air. A gentle fragrance that makes you pause and think, "This feels like home." And one of the simplest ways to create that feeling is by simmering something on the stove. Older women have done this for generations, and for good reason. A pot of water, a few orange peels, a stick of cinnamon, maybe a splash of vanilla, that's all it takes. Within minutes, the whole house feels warmer, softer, alive with comfort. I'll never forget Margaret, a grandmother of 4, who told me, "Whenever I simmer cinnamon and cloves, my grandchildren rush into the kitchen. They think I'm baking cookies even when I'm not." That's the beauty of it. You're not just making your house smell nice, you're creating memories. You're teaching the people who enter your home what comfort feels like. And you don't have to wait for a holiday. In the summer, lemon slices with rosemary bring brightness. In the fall, apple peels and nutmeg make a room feel like autumn itself. Even a bit of ginger and mint in the spring refreshes the spirit. The benefit goes beyond fragrance. This ritual changes the atmosphere of your home in a way no store-bought spray can. It's intentional, it's gentle, it says, "This home is alive, this home is cared for." Guests feel it, but more importantly, you feel it. Your shoulders drop, your breath deepens, your mood softens. At the Senior Nest, we believe these little rituals are more than tricks, they are acts of love. Simmering something from the heart is not about covering odors. It's about adding warmth, peace, and memory to the air you breathe every day. So try it the next time your home feels heavy. Put a pot on the stove, let the scent rise slowly, and notice how not just the room but your spirit begins to lift. That is the quiet power of fragrance born from the heart. Secret 6. Deep clean the carpets. Carpets are like silent storytellers. They look soft, warm, and inviting under our feet, but they also remember everything. Every step from outside, every little spill, every season lived in the same room, it all settles deep in the fibers long after the surface looks clean. Vacuuming helps, of course, but older women know this truth. A vacuum only brushes the surface. The real memories, dust, pollen, pet dander, even years of air drifting through, hide far below where the eye can't see. That's why deep cleaning the carpets twice a year is one of the most powerful habits you can have for a fresh home. I remember Mrs. Daniels, a retired nurse in her 70s. She told me her living room always carried a faint, musty smell, no matter how often she vacuumed. Together, we rented a carpet cleaner and gave the room a full wash with hot water and just a little vinegar. When she walked back in, she stopped, took a long breath and said, "It feels like my house is breathing again." That moment reminded me that freshness isn't just about looks, it's about life beneath the surface. The health benefits are remarkable too. Clean carpets reduce allergens, clear out dust that irritates lungs, and make the whole atmosphere lighter. If you've ever stepped into a room after the carpets were cleaned, you know the difference. It's like stepping into new air. At the Senior Nest, we believe caring for the floor you stand on is caring for the foundation of your home. You don't need expensive equipment. Many communities rent machines for a day, and even one thorough cleaning can transform how your home feels. So don't wait for a visible stain, and don't save it only for guests. Deep clean your carpets for yourself, for the peace that comes from knowing the very ground beneath you is fresh and cared for. Because when the foundation is clean, everything built upon it feels renewed. Secret 7. Baking soda, the quiet helper. Some of the most powerful helpers in a home don't make a sound, don't carry a fragrance, and don't come in fancy packaging. Baking soda is one of them. For generations, older women have relied on this humble powder to keep a house truly fresh. Unlike sprays or perfumes, baking soda doesn't cover odors, it quietly absorbs them. It works in silence, without leaving behind a trace. And that's what makes it so remarkable. I remember visiting Mrs. Green, a grandmother who loved to cook hearty Sunday meals for her family. She confessed that her refrigerator often carried a mystery smell no matter how much she wiped it down. We placed an open box of baking soda on the shelf, and within days the smell had simply disappeared. Not masked, not perfumed, just gone. She smiled and said, "It's like my fridge learned how to breathe again." And that's only the beginning. Sprinkle a little on carpets before vacuuming, and odors trapped deep in the fibers lift away. Leave a bit in shoes overnight, and by morning they smell as if they've had a fresh start. A small dish tucked quietly in the bathroom or laundry area can make a whole space feel lighter. The beauty is that it's safe, natural, and affordable. No harsh chemicals, no strong scents, just a gentle helper that works in the background, letting the true cleanliness of your home shine through. At the Senior Nest, we believe baking soda teaches us an important lesson. Not everything that matters announces itself loudly. Sometimes the quietest helpers make the biggest difference. So keep a few boxes around your home, use them in small, thoughtful ways, and notice how much fresher, calmer, and more cared for your home begins to feel thanks to a friend that never asks for attention yet always delivers peace. Secret 8. Clean the hidden smell zones. When most people clean, they focus on what's visible, the counters, the sinks, the floors, and that's important, of course. But older women know a secret. The strongest odors often come from the places you don't see, the forgotten corners that quietly hold on to smells, behind the refrigerator, under the sink, the dishwasher filter, the drain in your kitchen, even the seal around your washing machine. These are the hidden smell zones that can undo all your hard work if you leave them unchecked. I remember helping Mrs. Collins, a retired librarian who prided herself on keeping a spotless home. Yet she told me, no matter what I do, there's always a faint odor in the kitchen. We pulled her fridge away from the wall and there it was, a trail of dust, crumbs, and even a little spill she never knew was there. A quick scrub with warm water and vinegar and the smell was gone. She shook her head and said, I would never have thought to look there. The same is true in bathrooms. Wiping behind the toilet or scrubbing the drains makes an immediate difference. And your washing machine, the very thing meant to clean your clothes, can actually trap moisture and mildew if left closed. Simply leaving the door open after each load and wiping the rubber seal can keep the machine and your laundry truly fresh. The benefit is more than just odor control. By cleaning these hidden zones once a month, you prevent buildup that can affect your health and the comfort of your home. You're not just making a space look clean, you're ensuring it is clean. At its core, at the Senior Nest, we encourage you to treat these small tasks as gentle reminders. Put them on your calendar once a month. They don't take long, but the reward is huge. A house that feels pure, cared for, and free from the quiet problems you can't see. So don't let the hidden zones steal your peace. Seek them out, give them care, and notice how your entire home feels lighter and fresher, because true cleanliness always begins in the places we forget. Secret 9: choose scents that whisper, not shout. We've all stepped into homes where the fragrance hits you before you even cross the doorway. It's strong, it's artificial, and instead of comfort, it feels overwhelming. Older women have long understood something important. The best scents don't shout, they whisper. A home that truly feels fresh doesn't need to impress you with heavy perfume. It only needs a gentle note, a soft reminder of peace, safety, and care. The kind of scent that makes you breathe deeper without even noticing why. I recall visiting Mrs. Parker, a woman in her 80s who had raised 3 generations under the same roof. Her home never smelled of sprays or plug-in air fresheners. Instead, it carried the quiet fragrance of clean laundry, a touch of lavender water she added to her mop, and sometimes a single candle burning just an hour in the evening. When I asked her secret, she smiled and said, "If you notice the scent too much, it's already too much. The best smells are the ones that feel like they belong here." That lesson is profound. Subtle scents don't cover your home, they become part of it. A drop of lemon in mop water, a cotton ball with a hint of vanilla tucked behind a curtain, or the crisp smell of freshly washed sheets. These are whispers that tell stories of care without needing to announce themselves. The benefit is twofold. Your guests feel instantly at ease, and you yourself feel calm in your own space. Artificial fragrances often mask, but natural, gentle scents enhance. They help your home reflect not just cleanliness, but character, the quiet warmth that says, "You are safe here." At the Senior Nest, we encourage you to choose fragrances that invite, not overwhelm. Let your home speak softly through the freshness of its air, the honesty of its cleanliness, and the gentle touch of natural scents. Because the truth is simple, a home should never smell like a perfume store. It should smell like you, quietly, naturally, and beautifully. Secret 10: build a routine, not a rescue plan. Most people wait until the last moment. 5 minutes before guests arrive, they rush to light a candle, spray the air, maybe even crack a window in panic. But older women know a truth we often forget. Real freshness never comes from last-minute rescue. It comes from rhythm, from gentle routines woven into daily life. Think of it this way: when you brush your teeth each morning, you don't do it for company, you do it for yourself. A home deserves that same kind of quiet, consistent care. I once visited Mrs. Hughes, a retired seamstress. She told me, "I don't prepare my house for others. I prepare it for myself every day. That way I'm never caught off guard and I always feel at peace." Her secret wasn't grand gestures. It was habits: opening her bedroom window while making the bed, checking the trash before dinner, fluffing the pillows in the evening, never leaving damp towels in the bathroom overnight. Small things done faithfully. And here's what happens when you build these habits. Your home stops surprising you. There are no sudden worries about strange odors or clutter when guests knock on the door. Instead, you live with quiet confidence, knowing your space is cared for all the time. The benefits go deeper than smell. A routine creates peace in the rhythm of your days. It turns cleaning from a burden into an act of love, a ritual that grounds you and gives you calm. Your home becomes not just a place to live, but a place that nurtures you day after day. At the Senior Nest, we believe this is the heart of homemaking wisdom. Little acts done daily become powerful over time. You're not chasing perfection, you're cultivating presence. So don't build a rescue plan, build a routine. Let your home breathe with you, grow with you, and remind you each day that care, in its quietest form, is the strongest foundation of peace. We've walked through 10 timeless secrets that older women have trusted for years. From the simple act of letting in fresh air to the quiet strength of vinegar and baking soda. From washing the forgotten fabrics and scrubbing the trash can to simmering scents that tell stories of love. From deep cleaning carpets and tending to hidden zones to choosing scents that whisper and not shout. And finally, from building not a rescue plan, but a daily routine that brings lasting peace. Each of these is more than just a cleaning trick. They are gentle habits, little acts of care that say, this home matters, this life matters. Together, they show us that keeping a house fresh and welcoming isn't about chasing perfection. It's about creating a space that breathes peace, warmth, and love every single day. At the Senior Nest, we believe a home should never just look clean, it should feel alive. These secrets remind us that caring for our space is really about caring for ourselves. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one scent, one little ritual that always makes you feel at home? Maybe it's fresh laundry, the smell of morning coffee, or even a breeze through an open window. Share it in the comments. I read every single one. And remember, when you care for your home with love, your home will always give that love back to you.